All right, boys and girls. Todd Vandermide back here for Freedom Steel, former NRA contract lobbyist and Illinois gun law guru. It was a grueling week out at SHOT Show, but I left for there a little under the weather. My voice is slowly coming back, having been doing nothing but talking about all the wonderful things happening here in the state of Illinois for a week. With that, so what today's video is going to be, since I've been kind of off the air, I don't like doing that remote stuff real well, not set up to do it. So we're going to give you a quick recap on a number of things. And with that, so as I said in my other video, the Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals heard oral arguments earlier this month, late last month, on Miller, the challenge to the prohibition on firearms in a home of a home daycare or foster parents. And in a short 2-page order, they remanded that case back down to the Central District, judged by the name of Sue Myerscough, who was an Obama appointee who has never found a district court gun case that's landed in her court in our favor. She's always ruled against us. So the Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals said in Atlanta, New York, try again. That's the first one. With the passage of the Illinois semi-auto ban, we have a lawsuit in Southern Illinois by a lawyer by the name of Tom Mag. He's going after this, I believe, in Crawford County, state court. You have Tom Devore, who filed his first suit in Effingham County with 866 plaintiffs, individual plaintiffs. I believe it was pay $200, become a named plaintiff in the suit. And so he filed that one. He won a TRO. His suit is not based on 2A grounds. His suit is based on procedural grounds within the Illinois Constitution and how the bill was passed, and making a formal challenge to this gut and replace, pass it, send it over for concurrence in a matter of hours that the legislature has been doing. And so with that, he is now filing a second lawsuit. His second lawsuit, filed today, was filed with 1,690 plaintiffs along the same grounds. Probably going to be in a different jurisdiction. Haven't read the pleadings yet, but they're going to be essentially the same, giving people a second bite at that apple. You have Representative Dan Calkins from Macon County, who's going to be filing a lawsuit along similar lines, asking people for whatever donation they care to throw at it to help cover some of the legal fees. Those are state court actions pending. The Attorney General has appealed the first Devore TRO, and that is now up in front of the 5th District Court of Appeals. Illinois has 5 appellate court districts, the first being Cook County, the second being up in Lake, McHenry, down through Kane, and that you have the third, which covers Will and Kankakee and a bunch of stuff like that. Fourth is down across Springfield, and the fifth is the southern tip of Illinois. We'll get a map up on that stuff in another video. But with that, so in federal court action, the Second Amendment Foundation and the Illinois State Rifle Association, along with Firearms Policy Coalition, had filed a suit down in the Southern District. That is a federal suit against the state semi-auto ban and magazine ban. Working with the Illinois Gun Rights Alliance, a coalition made up of a number of groups, including Aurora Sportsman's Club, FFL Illinois, the Gun Saves Life group with John Bach. Looks like we've got the Illinois State Line Rifle Association is joining forces with us. We have I4 hanging out there, Illinois Federation of Outdoor Resources, and a number of other individuals, gun shops, supporters. And with that, the word is that we will be filing our first lawsuit tomorrow morning. And I say first because there is a multi-pronged strategy that we are going to be engaged in. So look for something to be breaking tomorrow morning. Once it's filed, we have a copy of the complaint in hand. I'll be able to talk more about that strategy and things going forward. In the federal courts, the whole thing around semi-autos here in the state of Illinois is heating up. So you had the Cook County case that ISRA has been fighting for a number of years. And now, as it just is set to go to trial, the village of Highland Park, which was sued by the National Association of Gun Rights, has come in and asked for a motion to consolidate their case with the Cook County case. At the same time, just recently, the city of Naperville has filed a motion to consolidate the challenge to their ordinance on the ban of centerfire magazine-fed rifles that was fired again by the National Association of Gun Rights. And they have asked for that suit to be consolidated with Cook County. Now, the National Association for Gun Rights has filed a motion to amend their complaint in Naperville. It looks like they are going to be tackling the statewide ban that was recently passed. So with that, it looks like that whole mess in the Northeast District of the 7th Circuit, you're going to have lawyers for Cook County, the Cook County Sheriff's Office, the Cook County State's Attorney's Office, Highland Park, and the Village of Naperville, all on one side against ISRA, SAF, and the National Association for Gun Rights on the other side. And we'll see what the court says and does with all of that. Remains to be seen. Coming back from SHOT Show, we had an absolute ton of conversations about what's going on in Illinois, tactics, strategy. Met with our lawyers, Chuck Michelle from Michelle and Associates, out there. Had some really good conversations. Chuck got us into a bunch of interviews with people out there at the press room. Saw all kinds of guys, did a couple of videos and sit-downs and podcasts talking about everything that's going on here in Illinois. It was really good. We got to meet a ton of suppliers and manufacturers and everybody. Luth AR. So Randy, the owner, former owner of Bushmaster before they were acquired by Remington, has pledged his support. We're looking forward to working with those guys and, ginning it up. Those guys, just super solid supporters. They've been a supporter of the Mission 22 Veterans Charity Match out at Aurora Sportsman's Club for a long time. We just couldn't say enough about those guys and their willingness to jump on Johnny on the spot. So as that breaks down, we'll have more to talk about with that. The big thing that was getting people's attention is I literally had to take a screenshot of the language that prohibits parts and attachments and those kinds of things and show those to manufacturers and just parts houses and say, guys, this is what this really does. We had to show that, had to do that, and it was just absolutely incredible when they look at it, because when I say you cannot sell a detent spring for an AR in the state of Illinois, I'm not joking. That's how far down this goes. So with that, it's getting a lot of people's attention. We're getting a lot of stories right now of online vendors refusing to ship to Illinois. We're getting online vendors, distributors refusing to ship guns to Illinois FFLs, even guns that would appear to be compliant on their face. So that is getting people's attention. It is far and wide. We hear they're going to copy our language for Colorado. We hear that some of this may have come from their efforts in Washington State. We know that the Brady group and every town had their hands behind it, and it appears that that former executive of Kimber is being cited potentially in a couple of declarations and lawsuits. So it wouldn't be surprising to me if they had a hand in getting some coaching on what words mean, things within all this. So we're at 10 minutes. That's a down and dirty recap of what is going on within the state of Illinois. Guys were asking about patches and stuff. I'll have a video tomorrow about that where we'll start talking about those more as we can. Got a supply left over here. We're going to talk about those, figure out a way to get them up in a merch store. And we've been getting a lot of requests for those. So as always, please like, subscribe, hit that notification button, copy and paste the link for this video around to all the social media sites you hang out on. We really appreciate it. Things are going really well for us. We would like to give a shout out to all you guys that are helping along, because we have now broken 5,000 subscribers. So I guess our next goal is 7,500 or 10,000. You guys keep helping make things work for us. We're going to keep turning out videos. And John Bach was asking me about the filing from their case and their attempt to overturn the FOID card case. And with that, so the Attorney General in the filing in that Gun Save Life case has just given me enough fodder for, I think, 5 videos. So I've been working with the lawyers all day in getting this suit in its final form so we can file it. And with that, I'm going to try to get back to the other content to bring you guys up to speed on. So with that, as always, thank you very much. Frag out.